In the grand halls of the Galactic Council, representatives from various alien species gathered for their regular meeting. The council chambers were a marvel of alien architecture, with walls of shimmering crystal and ceilings that glowed softly in hues of blue and green. Leaders from countless star systems took their seats, ready to discuss important matters. But today's main topic was the human military. As the meeting commenced, an alien known as Grolix, a tall, skeletal figure with dark green skin, began the discussion. His voice echoed through the chamber, filled with an air of condescension. "Let's address the Earth problem," he said, referring to the humans who had recently started to make waves in the galaxy. Around the room, other council members exchanged amused glances. One of them, a rotund alien with golden scales named Chlora, chuckled softly. "Human military. Oh, please, their technology is so outdated. They're nothing compared to us." Grolix nodded, his sharp eyes glinting with amusement. "Indeed. They still use old-fashioned rockets and primitive weapons. Our scouts reported that their most advanced ship is a joke compared to our fleet. They couldn't even defend themselves from a minor attack." The council members laughed, their voices a chorus of derision. A holographic display appeared in the center of the room, showing images of human military equipment. The display zoomed in on a sleek but comparatively small human warship. The alien representatives continued their mocking comments, making jokes about its size and capabilities. "This one here," Grolix pointed to a smaller ship, "is called a destroyer. Can you imagine? We have battleships 1,000 times more powerful." Another council member, a tall insectoid being named Zorak, added, "We've seen their military exercises. Their strategies are basic and predictable. They wouldn't stand a chance against us in a real conflict." The laughter grew louder as the council members continued to belittle the human military. Their confidence was sky-high, and they saw the upcoming simulation as nothing more than a formality. The council had decided to stage a simulated invasion of Earth to see just how weak the humans truly were. They were certain that it would be an easy victory. As the mockery continued, a representative from the human delegation, an ambassador named Ellen, watched with a mix of anger and determination. She had seen this kind of disrespect before, but today it felt different. She knew the humans had something that the council was not aware of, an advantage that would soon become apparent. The council wrapped up their discussion with a final round of laughter and derision. They decided to proceed with the simulation, confident that it would prove their point. The mock invasion would be a test of Earth's defenses, and the council was eager to demonstrate their superiority. Ellen returned to her quarters, feeling a sense of resolve. She knew that the council's mockery was not just an insult, but a challenge. The humans had been quietly preparing for this moment, and she was confident that they had a secret weapon that would change the perception of their military. As she reviewed the plans for the upcoming simulation, Ellen's thoughts turned to the hidden asset that the humans had kept secret for so long. It was a weapon that had the potential to turn the tables and show the Galactic Council that their mockery had been misplaced. The Council, oblivious to the true strength of the human military, continued to plan their simulated invasion with arrogance and disregard. They saw the humans as a minor nuisance, not worthy of serious consideration. But as the simulation date approached, they would soon learn that their assumptions were about to be shattered. In the grand halls of the Galactic Council, the laughter and mockery continued, but the humans were preparing for a moment that would change everything. The Council's arrogance would soon give way to shock and awe as they faced the reality of humanity's true power. As the Galactic Council laughed and mocked the human military, back on Earth, a different kind of activity was taking place. Deep inside a hidden military base, human leaders were preparing for the upcoming simulation with quiet determination. This base was not known to the aliens, and its location was a well-guarded secret. Within its heavily secured walls, an impressive sight awaited. In a large underground hangar, the humans were putting the final touches on their most powerful weapon, the Dreadnought. This was no ordinary warship. It was a massive, advanced vessel that had been kept hidden for years, its existence known only to a select few. The Dreadnought was humanity's secret weapon, and its power was far beyond anything the Galactic Council had imagined. General Carter, the head of the human military, stood in front of the Dreadnought, his eyes filled with pride. The ship was enormous, with sleek, dark armor and glowing engines that hinted at its immense power. "This is it," he said to his team. "The Dreadnought will be our trump card. The Council thinks they know everything about us, but they've never seen this." His team nodded in agreement. Engineers and technicians worked swiftly, running final checks and calibrations. The ship's advanced weaponry, including laser cannons and missile systems, was being tested for optimal performance. Every detail was scrutinized to ensure that the Dreadnought would be ready to show its full capabilities. In a control room nearby, Admiral Green oversaw the preparations. Her fingers danced over the control panels, adjusting settings and monitoring systems. "We need to make sure everything is perfect," she said. "The Council will be shocked when they see what this ship can do." Meanwhile, the simulation was rapidly approaching. The Galactic Council had set the date for their mock invasion, and the aliens were confident that it would be an easy victory. They had no idea that the humans were ready to unveil a weapon that could turn the tide. As the days passed, the Dreadnought was moved into position, hidden in a secure location just outside the range of the alien sensors. The human military worked tirelessly, making sure that every system was operational and that the ship was ready for battle. Ellen, the human ambassador, was aware of the significance of the Dreadnought. She had been part of the decision to keep it hidden, understanding that its true power needed to be a surprise. She reviewed the final plans and made sure that all the necessary protocols were in place. The time for the Galactic Council to face the reality of human military strength was drawing near. Back at the Galactic Council's headquarters, the aliens continued their preparations for the simulation, unaware of the impending surprise. Their leaders were focused on finalizing their strategies and ensuring that the fake invasion would be a success. They were confident in their superiority and eager to demonstrate their power over Earth. As the simulation date approached, tension and anticipation filled the air on both sides. The Galactic Council was ready to execute their plan, believing that it would solidify their view of human military weakness. Meanwhile, the humans were preparing to reveal their secret weapon, knowing that the Dreadnought would prove their strength and challenge the Council's mockery. On the day of the simulation, the Galactic Council's forces prepared for what they thought would be a simple exercise. They had no idea that the real challenge was just about to begin. The Dreadnought was ready, and its presence would soon change everything. The stage was set for a dramatic clash of powers. The Galactic Council's arrogance and the humans' hidden strength were about to come face to face, and the results would be nothing short of astonishing. The simulation would test not only the human military's capabilities, but also the Council's assumptions about their supposed superiority. The day of the Galactic Council's simulated invasion arrived with great anticipation. The Council members, brimming with confidence, gathered in their high-tech control room. They were eager to see their plan unfold and prove their superiority over the humans. The simulation was designed to be a routine exercise, a way to showcase how easily the Galactic Council could overpower Earth. The room buzzed with activity as alien technicians activated the simulation systems. Holographic displays flickered to life, showing a detailed map of Earth with various targets marked for the simulated invasion. Alien forces, poised to strike, were ready for what they assumed would be a simple task. On Earth, the human military braced for the simulated attack. General Carter and his team watched closely as the simulation began. The Dreadnought was hidden, ready to be revealed at the right moment. For now, the human forces were focused on holding their ground against the alien assault. As the simulation commenced, alien ships emerged from hyperspace, their sleek forms cutting through the darkness of space. The Council's forces launched their attack, sending waves of advanced drones and warships toward Earth. The aliens expected an easy victory, believing that Earth's defenses would crumble quickly under their advanced technology. To their surprise, Earth's defenses held strong. Human anti-aircraft systems and orbital platforms engaged the alien drones with surprising effectiveness. The alien forces were met with unexpected resistance as they attempted to breach Earth's outer defenses. The Council members watching the live feed were puzzled by the resilient response from the humans. "It seems they've put up a better fight than we anticipated," Grolix remarked with a hint of annoyance. His green skin seemed to darken with frustration as the simulation's progress report showed delays in the alien assault. Cloara, the alien with golden scales, dismissed the issue with a wave of his hand. "It's just a minor setback. They can't keep this up for long. Our forces are far superior." Despite the Council's confidence, the simulated invasion was proving more challenging than expected. Alien ships were being damaged and their advance was slower than planned. The human military, though outmatched, was holding its ground with determination and skill. In the command center, Admiral Green directed her forces with precision. "Hold steady, everyone. We're doing well. The Dreadnought is still on standby. Just keep pushing back the alien forces and buy us more time." The human resistance continued to surprise the aliens. The simulations showed Earth's defenses adapting quickly, using tactics that the aliens hadn't anticipated. The Galactic Council members began to murmur among themselves, their earlier laughter replaced by worried glances. As the simulation progressed, the alien forces pushed closer to Earth's surface. The Council's confidence began to wane as they realized that their plan wasn't going as smoothly as they had hoped. They were forced to send more ships and resources into the simulation to counter the unexpected human resistance. Finally, the moment came. The Dreadnought was ready to make its entrance. General Carter gave the command, and the massive ship, hidden in the shadows, emerged from its secure location. Its engines roared to life, and the ship's powerful weapons systems came online. The Dreadnought's arrival was dramatic. Its immense size and formidable armament immediately caught the attention of the Galactic Council. Alien technicians and leaders watched in shock as the Dreadnought entered the simulation, its presence a stark contrast to the alien forces. The ship unleashed its full power, targeting the alien forces with devastating precision. The simulation map was soon filled with the wreckage of alien ships as the Dreadnought tore through them. The Galactic Council members could only watch in disbelief as their forces were overwhelmed by the human ship's firepower. Grolix's voice faltered as he tried to process the unexpected turn of events. "What is this? How did they—" The simulation, which had started as a confident display of alien superiority, was now turning into a humbling lesson for the Galactic Council. The humans were not the weak and insignificant beings they had thought. The Dreadnought's power was a revelation, and it was clear that the Council's mockery had been misplaced. The fake invasion, intended to be a simple exercise, was becoming a real test of strength. The Galactic Council was faced with the harsh reality of human military capabilities, and the results were nothing short of astonishing. The Galactic Council's control room was filled with tension as the simulation continued. The alien leaders had expected an easy victory, but the unexpected resistance from Earth's defenses was starting to frustrate them. Alien ships were taking hits, and their advance was slower than anticipated. The Council's arrogance was beginning to wane, and their confidence was replaced with concern. Suddenly, a new signal appeared on the simulation's display. It was an enormous, unfamiliar vessel emerging from the shadows. The ship was unlike anything the Council had ever seen. Its sleek, dark hull and massive size caught everyone's attention. The ship's engines glowed with a menacing light, and its weapon systems powered up with a low, throbbing hum. "What is that?" Cloara asked, her golden scales shifting with surprise. "I don't recognize that ship. It wasn't in our intelligence reports." The screen zoomed in on the ship, revealing its name painted in bold letters, Dreadnought. The name alone struck a chord of fear and awe. The Dreadnought was humanity's hidden ace, and its sudden appearance was about to change everything. General Carter and Admiral Green watched from their command center on Earth, their faces set with determination. The time had come to unveil their secret weapon. Carter's voice was steady as he gave the command, "Activate the Dreadnought. Show them what humanity can do." The Dreadnought roared to life, its engines glowing brighter as it moved into position. Its weapon systems engaged, and the massive ship began its assault on the alien forces. The alien leaders in the council room could only watch in disbelief as the ship's firepower was unleashed. The Dreadnought's weapons fired in quick succession, sending powerful energy beams and missiles toward the alien fleet. The aliens' initial reaction was one of shock and confusion. They had never seen such advanced technology. The massive ship cut through the alien forces with ease, its firepower overwhelming and precise. Grolix, the skeletal alien who had previously mocked humanity, stared in stunned silence. His green skin seemed to pale as the Dreadnought's attacks caused alien ships to disintegrate in bright flashes of light. "This can't be happening," he muttered, his voice filled with disbelief. The council members scrambled to adjust their strategies, but the Dreadnought was relentless. The ship's advanced shielding absorbed enemy fire, and its weapon systems targeted alien ships with deadly accuracy. The Council's forces were being systematically dismantled, and their attempts to retaliate were ineffective against the Dreadnought's superior technology. Cloara, who had been so confident just moments before, now appeared anxious. "We need to reallocate more resources," she ordered, but it was clear that the situation was rapidly spiraling out of control. The Council's forces were being decimated, and the simulation's outcome was no longer in their favor. On Earth, General Carter and Admiral Green watched the alien fleet being overwhelmed. "This is it," Carter said with a nod of satisfaction. "The Dreadnought is proving its worth. The Council will have to rethink their views on our military." The Dreadnought continued its assault, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The Galactic Council's simulated invasion had turned into a demonstration of humanity's hidden strength. The ship's advanced technology and firepower were showcasing what the Council had underestimated all along. As the battle raged on, the Council members watched in stunned silence. Their earlier laughter and mockery had been replaced with a grim realization. The human military, which they had thought to be weak and outdated, was proving to be a formidable force. The Dreadnought's appearance had shattered their preconceived notions and left them grappling with the reality of human power. The simulation, intended to be a simple exercise, had become a dramatic display of strength. The Galactic Council's arrogance had been met with a powerful counterattack, and the true capabilities of humanity were now on full display. The Council's members were forced to confront the fact that they had misjudged the human military in the worst way possible. As the Dreadnought continued to dominate the battlefield, it was clear that the Galactic Council's mockery had been misplaced. The humans had shown their true strength, and the Council's view of them would never be the same again. The Galactic Council's control room was filled with a heavy silence. The once boisterous atmosphere, brimming with confidence and laughter, had turned into one of shock and disbelief. The simulation was supposed to be a straightforward display of their superiority, but the appearance of the Dreadnought had completely overturned their expectations. Grolix, the skeletal alien, sat with his mouth slightly open, unable to process the destruction unfolding on the screen. The Dreadnought was tearing through the alien fleet with a level of power and precision that was beyond anything they had anticipated. His green skin, usually hard and unyielding, now appeared pallid under the room's lights. This isn't possible," Grolix stammered. "We've never seen anything like this. Their technology, it's far beyond what we thought." Cloara, the alien with golden scales, looked around the room with wide eyes. "We need to get this under control," she said urgently. "Recalibrate the simulation parameters. Increase our forces." But the command fell flat as the data continued to pour in. Alien ships that had once been a powerful armada were now reduced to debris. The Dreadnought's energy beams cut through their ranks, and its missiles found their targets with deadly accuracy. The Council's forces were crumbling, unable to withstand the assault from the secretive human ship. In the human command center, General Carter and Admiral Green watched the chaos unfold on their screens. The general's face was calm, a contrast to the turmoil happening in the Council's control room. "The Dreadnought is doing exactly what it was designed to do," he said, a note of satisfaction in his voice. "The Galactic Council is seeing the true strength of humanity." Admiral Green nodded, her eyes focused on the ship's performance. "We've shown them what we're capable of. This should make it clear that underestimating us was a grave mistake." Back in the Galactic Council's control room, the alien leaders scrambled to assess the damage. Their earlier plans for a simple simulation had turned into a crisis. The data showed that the Dreadnought had decimated their fleet with ease. The alien representatives exchanged nervous glances, their previous arrogance replaced with concern. Grolix stood up abruptly, his voice trembling with frustration. "This wasn't supposed to happen. We need to report this to the higher authorities." The humans, they've hidden their true capabilities. The Council's president, a tall, dignified alien with a silver exoskeleton named Zara, stepped forward. "This is a major issue," she said, her voice serious. "We've underestimated humanity. Their military strength is beyond what our intelligence indicated." Zara turned to address the rest of the Council members. "We need to reassess our approach. This simulation has shown us that our previous judgments were wrong. Humanity is not the weak target we thought they were. We must prepare for a new strategy." The Council members nodded in agreement, their earlier laughter now a distant memory. The realization of humanity's strength was sinking in, and the Galactic Council was faced with the daunting task of re-evaluating their plans. The Dreadnought's display had forced them to confront a new reality. On Earth, General Carter and Admiral Green prepared to conclude the simulation. The Dreadnought had proven its point, and the results were clear. The Galactic Council's mockery had been turned into a lesson in humility. As the simulation ended, the Council members remained silent, grappling with the implications of what they had witnessed. The Galactic Council's earlier mockery of the human military had been replaced with a newfound respect, born out of a humbling confrontation with humanity's hidden power. The Dreadnought had done more than just win a simulation. It had changed the perception of humanity in the galaxy. The Galactic Council now faced the reality that their earlier assumptions about humans were fundamentally flawed. The balance of power had shifted, and the once dismissed human military had shown that it was a force to be reckoned with. The Council's realization marked the beginning of a new chapter in their relationship with Earth. The mockery had ended, replaced by a sobering acknowledgement of humanity's strength and potential. The Galactic Council would need to rethink their strategies and approach, recognizing that the humans were no longer a minor player, but a significant force in the galaxy.